set, first against Mark to throw first. Game on.
It was 101 average for McEwen in his victory over Landon Gardiner in the evening's opening match. Didn't go the same way for fellow Scots Mark Barilli, who lost out to Canada's Rory Hanson.
Now you must have seen some of that match with Mark Barilli. Does it puzzle you as to why he's not won at the Lakeside in all the times he's come here? He's never played well here. It's flummoxing because we know how well he can play.
Yeah, just one of those things, isn't it? We just spoke about Dave Prins. It took him some time to get his first victory. Fifth time of asking when he won 8 years ago on this stage.
You look on the other side of the coin, it took Jared Cole about 40 minutes.
Well, Brian O'Sullivan could make it 3 finals from 4 visits from next weekend.
It's not a bad hit rate, but she's still got a long way to go. Got to go through Corinne Hammond first.
Great time for Welsh darts, and to add a women's world champion would be another bit of extra special icing. And what is a rather delicious cake at the moment. Solid start in this one from the pair of them. Ton followed by a brace of ton 40s, leaving Graham on 1-2-1. And the fact that he's gone wayward there shouldn't matter, with Prins not on any kind of outshot in the first leg.
Not yet. It's a good leave by Mark Graham, sitting proudly on tops, with Prinsy looking to leave something under 130. Does so. So a tiniest bit of pressure applied.
Scoring was good.
The
early signs of debut nerves as he fails to find the double with 3. And Prins goes for the treble 20. May employ a double-double tactic now.
2 double 18s. That was the play.
56.
Gets 2 single 18s. That's bust by Graham. So this is a bonus for Dave.
.36 required, double 18 for Prins. Edging closer. Might be that close that it causes him a bit of a problem. Or can he guide it enough?
Those barrels are big. They're very, very thick. So I think you were right. I think it was too close. Still double 10 for Graham. And he finds the target eventually to take the first leg of the contest. And it is a Welshman awaiting the winner of this one in the shape of Mike Warburton, someone that we know a lot about from our watching of the Live League. He is right now playing some of his best stuff.
Everywhere you look, there are potential winners of this tournament in that men's draw. Everybody you speak to backstage has a different name as their winner. I've got a different 12 names. Have you been put on the spot yet as to who you think is going to win the title?
Oh, at least 10 times today.
And how many different names have you given?
11. I've said Luke Littler. I've mentioned Andy Barnes of Belgium, who nobody's talking about. And you look at someone like James Hurrell, the 6th seed. Just look at his form recently. It's been very useful. And James Hurrell has a story to tell. He's been sick over the last few years. He's not been well, but he's fully fit again, and he's playing brilliantly.
Watch out for Hurrell later in the week. The seeded players coming into the tournament in the second round. He is the 6th seed, but he's currently the #1 ranked WDF player. Dave,
things are starting to go awry for Graham. That release that looked so silky at the start of the match. We're only into the middle of leg 2 and it's starting to break down already.
Dave Prins is on a tour of iconic stages this year, isn't he? He played at the Circus Tavern in the inaugural World Seniors Darts Championship. And he beat Lakeside legend Paul Lim, who hit the first and today only 9-dart finish at the Lakeside World Championship way back in 1990.
He also beat John Law, who was one of the first champions here in 1987.
Yeah, the 3-time champion of the world.
He was, of course, the last champion at the Lakeside before the split in 1993, where a certain amount of dart shirt sleeves were cut.
60.
Came for that amazing documentary Blood on the Carpet. If you've never seen that as a darts fan, hunt it out on YouTube.
Well, he could go for treble 18 if he thought about it. With Graham on 150, he opts to navigate his way past that dart, and he does so successfully. So it is double 16, and that is a very, very well crafted finish by Dave Prins.
He does think his way around the board. He's never going to do something really swiftly. He'll utilise the width of the hockey for the angles. And you can see from that camera there that he's way to his left. It's where he prefers to be. He does lean to his left as he throws. There's a bit of movement in the throw. If he wants to go more central, it is there for him to use. Got to know Dave quite well, actually, around 12 or 13 years ago. Started to play Super League with him up in the northeast.
41.
Great teammate, really good on a Thursday night. Never lost.
And recently won the Isle of Man Open for the second time. In fact, 12 years after his first victory in that tournament.
It's a great tournament to win. Can't be many people have won that twice. Big prize money in the Isle of Man as well. Great thing to win, to fund the rest of your year. And Mark Graham, you look through his career to date, this is the biggest thing he's ever done, that's for sure, but he did have a good time of it in Slovakia earlier this season. A couple of semi-finals there, but aside from that, not a great deal to write home about, so this is maybe just the start of his career. Plenty to look forward to.
Interesting, actually.
100.
I know that you're involved in coaching darts, and Mark Graham's a player who's completely transformed his game. He used to be a very, very slow thrower, and he actually has been quoted as saying that he started getting bored of himself,
85.
and he sped up his throw and his darts started to improve. It just all felt a little bit laboured for Mark Graham, and he stopped feeling comfortable.
It's very fair to say that if you are too slow, you're just going to be thinking too much. We've seen some slow players have success, but the majority of players these days are a bit more swift. I don't think anybody's been as deliberate maybe on the Lakeside stage as Dennis Priestley, but he made slow darts look sexy. That'll sting a bit. That was for a single 5 to leave tops. He's now got 25 left.
89.
And Prinsy can sneak this third leg if he can find 81.
But he trebled 19. Now the 12 segment. And it's the bullseye for the Badger. So close. Almost took the ball out of the board the way the dart landed there.
Those darts going very upright. Double 8. Score halved. And double 4 not found. Does Prins choose double 8 himself? Judging by his eyes, I think he is looking at the single 9. That's what he finds. Double 8 is also found for 2-1. You have to say it, the right person is in front at this stage as we look at Dirty Harrison in the crowd, looking pretty forlorn after his loss to Laszlo Kadar earlier.
And Mark Graham has had more opportunities on the outer ring. in this match, but he did show some frailties, didn't he, in that opening leg. Despite winning it, he missed 6 starts at double, and that seems to have carried over. He hasn't got it out of his mind just yet.
The Welsh darter's in a pretty good place at the minute, isn't it? Not just talking about Mark making his debut here, and of course a Welshman awaiting the winner of this match in Mike Warburton. Look at the likes of Johnny Clayton, Gerwin Price. Wayne Warren, the defending champion in this tournament, of course, the number 3 seed. A lot of people writing off his chances over the last couple of days, saying that too much has been against him over the last couple of years. Let's see what Wayne can do in a couple of days.
Nothing wrong with the scoring from Mark Graham, kind of staying with Dave Prins in legs, but he has missed 9 darts at double
100
in the match, and Prins has showed a little bit more of a killer touch in that department. 2 out of 6, including that 112 checkout.
123.
And he almost bedded the bull for a nice 81 combination as well.
Who's your favourite Welsh dart player to have graced the stage? Yeah, Murph?
He might be watching, might he?
100.
The one that I have to say, having worked with him at the seniors and yesterday.
We're talking about Richie Burnett.
Big fan of Webby, aren't we? We all are.
Yeah, the 2008 champ. That was a great achievement.
As a dart player, can't stand him as a person.
David O'Hire, 120.
Yow! I was going to go for Richie Davies. Runner-up. Almost 20 years ago to Raymond van Barneveld. Used to call him Lamb Chop, one of the best darting nicknames ever.
It's a good job he didn't run into Mark Graham, isn't it?
60.
Lamb Chop would have
Mark O'Hire,
made his match in the butcher.
That is so true. Well, Graham's not going to take the 149, but Prinsey might take the 60 for the first set. To chop the butcher.
David O'Hire, 60.
Now, if he's going to hit the single, it's got to be left of centre. That'll do, but he'll have to scooch to the right to open up the tops to win set 1.
Oh, nicely done.
First set.
He's an expert at that kind of shot, Dave Prins, and it's
They just seem to find their best darts when they're over 50. I'm, of course, talking about the likes of Martin Adams, Peter Wright, and some others. So what is it about turning 50 that takes the pressure off the likes of Dave Prins?
Well, just look at today. We've seen Johnny Haynes
100.
and Jim McEwen, both players who have attempted to qualify for World Seniors events, have played on the Seniors Tour, have good wins. Dave Prins is at era man who did play on the Seniors World Championship at the Circus Tavern in February. A one-man darty party here at Lakeside.
That's what it is on the Yockey. No caddies up there.
77.
Well,
You've got to do everything yourself.
Is it a one-man match at the moment, this? Dave Prins just looks so much more comfortable. Well, Graham showed signs, didn't he, in his scoring? There wasn't much to complain about, but struggled a little bit on the outer ring, and now you have to wonder if he feels like he hasn't made the most of his early opportunities, and he's kind of teetering on the tightrope.
Well, Prins hasn't got over the line much on this stage previously. But you have to think that getting that first set just changes the dynamic of this game. We talked about experience with Mark Barilli, but the experience of not getting over the winning line was the telling factor when he played Rory Hansen. Just because you've played here many times before is not a guarantee of victory, but the fact that you've won here before could be the telling factor. It's a great first start from Graham.
Yeah, and he was pressurised there by Prins. Oh, that's unlucky. Prins is going to get a go at the 88. Treble 20, the first port of call. Over to 18s. Doesn't even get a dart at the bullseye. That's a mistake. And Graham needs to jump all over it.
Greedy Badger going for the 54. Should have gone for the big single 18 for the bull. And now he gets no shot
72.
to win the leg at that visit. So Graham, who had the bounce out with his last start, is he going to pay for it? He is, because he's not going to get a shot at a double from 80, and that's a big mistake.
Yeah, Graham bodged his visit there. It's Bodger and Badger at the Lakeside.
It was only a matter of time before he said that.
That's the Badger. Double eight for Dave Prins to take the opening leg of set 2.
I can't believe you beat me to it as well. I was going to say Bodger and Badger. Did you watch that as a kid?
Now, I do know that song, actually.
Don't.
He's giving me the mic back now.
I've heard you sing before.
Prins is making the darts sing here.
134.
And everything that Graham does, he just seems to do that little bit better.
I don't know exactly what weight of a dart Dave Prins is using these days, but they are very heavy. I'm pretty sure they may be around the 26 to 28 gram variety. There's only one other player I know in World Darts who uses something over 26 grams, and that's Ryan Searle, who uses a 32 gram dart.
59.
And is literally nicknamed heavy metal, partly for that reason, partly for his love of that type of music,
and the fact he's cool.
And Johnny Haynes, of course, the punk, celebrating his victory this afternoon by heading off to a gig tonight.
Yeah, that was a really good call from Johnny Haynes. Second best walk-on song of the day, funny enough, from Johnny Haynes. Had a bit of Sex Pistols, wasn't it? That's what he was walking out to. And Dirty Harrison with a bit of Volbeat, that was definitely track of the day,
45.
personally speaking.
I will let you judge that on a daily basis. We'll find out Paul Nicholson's track of the day around 10 to 10 each night.
We'll do a bit of a Tony Blackburn
95.
counting down.
Market require 180.
Good last start there from Dave Prins. Mark Graham on 118 here, has to say on the 60. Falls short. And Prins gets a look at 132, so the bullseye will be his first port of call.
By the way, my usually reliable sources tell me that Prins does indeed throw 26 gram darts.
Well, there you go. I knew they were over 24. Can he get a 57 here? He can. It's a bull, and it's open. Oh, yeah! One of the best finishes of the day, if not the best. That deserved a round of applause. Prins within one of the match.
Third leg is Dave 2 throw first.
Delightful darting from David Prins, who beds the bullseye to leave Mark Graham hoping and praying that something stops Prins, but he's showing no signs of stopping.
140.
His average might only be 86, but this has been the most composed performance I've seen from Prinsy on this stage in his career to date.
81.
I think if he is going to get to the later stages of this tournament, he's going to have to maintain that composure for the rest of this match, and potentially against Mike Warburton, who we both know has got composure and fire.
100.
And don't forget the format goes up a little bit in the next round as well. Best of 5 sets.
100.
Yeah, it's quite unusual to see best of 3 sets here at the Lakeside. It's not a format that the men are used to. It used to be only for the ladies and for the youth players. This is great stuff from Prins. 9 darts thrown, 1-2-1 for the match. It's looking like just a matter of time before he's through.
140.
A cutthroat format, and it has been a brutal display from Prins, who will now look at treble 13. Who will now look at double 16.
89.
There's a portion of Dave Prins's brain right now thinking, I'm playing so well, I don't want this match to end. But the point, Dave, is for the match to end with a W next to your name. And you are 1 dart away from that.
Double 16. And Prins wins at the Lakeside.
Prins.
He's